What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and today I'm going to be breaking down a real estate wholesaling deal, a real estate investing deal that I made $49,700 in under 2 weeks of actual work. So this is a really exciting one. This is one that I feel like not the biggest deal ever, but I feel like this was a deal that was worth a lesson, and it definitely was a very interesting deal. And the reason why I want to express this deal today and share it with you is because this was one that I think a lot of people can learn lessons from. We do 60, 70, $80,000 deals, which we won't post because just it's a regular run of the mill deal, but this was a very, very specific deal where very interesting. A lot of moving parts going on this one. So I really wanted to break it down so you can provide solutions to your seller and exactly know how to deal with your sellers the right way. So here's the property right here. Actually had a close on the deal. So theoretically, I guess a $35,000 assignment, about 50K. I was just going to literally assign this thing for probably 40K. I was probably gonna make 40K on the assignment. Average wholesaler probably make 30, on it. But unfortunately, we had some situations on the property where I was forced to close on it. And I'll kind of break down a little more about how it kind of went down so you can understand this. This was something that closed, I think, a couple weeks ago. So pretty exciting. It was actually a really cool deal. I actually went to go record a vlog on this one, and the buyer showed up, and then the neighbor kept running the lawn the entire time. And I came back again. Lawn is running. The guy legit, he mowed his lawn across the street every single time. I was there like 4 times. Mowed it every single time. Ridiculous. But couldn't record the vlog there. So all I had to do basically was just going to break down the deal here. But guys, before I break down exactly how I made $49,700 in 2 weeks on this real estate deal, y'all got to do me a favor. Do me a big favor. Y'all see it right there. Smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, comment below your questions, and I'm here to help you learn real estate wholesaling absolutely for free. Do me a big favor. I need you to get up. Get excited, guys. You have all the knowledge right now to take action to change your life when it comes to real estate wholesaling. You right now have all the tools for success. The question is, are you going to go out here and do it? I don't know. What I can tell you right now is you got to get up. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Sean, you dislike that part. That is one of the best parts of the entire lives, is when we get going and get ready to go. Sorry, Sean, you got to wait, but we're doing it every live because it gets everybody going. I love it. It gets people jacked up and ready to go. And that's how you know it's a live stream and we're ready to go. So guys, we're live right now. So we're going to break down this real estate wholesaling deal, and I'm going to break down everything from kind of the start to finish on this one and kind of break everything down. So guys, you can also talk to me one-on-one absolutely for free right here, and we'll get it going. One thing before I break it down, guys, I've been getting a lot of messages. A lot of people have been faking me and telling you that go message me and buy this crypto type thing. And from guys, I don't do that. I don't ever ask for any money. There's a ton of people scamming, pretending to be me. Most likely it's not me. If it is not an Instagram handle from Flip with Zach, most of them have 2 H's or 2 Z's. Just guys, I will never ask you for your money. The scammers are trying to do it. There's nothing I can do. There's like 10 made every day of me. So just understand that. But let's kind of break down exactly. And I love Kiara. She lives for the intro. Jason's all for the intro. We love you, Sean. We love you, Sean. But yeah, let's break everything down. So let's kind of break down this deal. So if you're ever scrolling through a Zillow on Port St. Lucie and you basically see like it looks like 90K profit like within a month or two, it's usually me. I don't know really anyone else in Port St. Lucie that kind of does it like we do here. That's pretty good. So let me show you a little bit of proof, social proof here that what we do. So this is the property in question. Made some TikToks, made some shorts on it, kind of showing a little more. Can never do a video because there's always somebody there bothering me on the property, and the buyer was there once on the last one I tried to go on, and that's for another whole different one. But yeah, that buyer said, "You're not the seller. You're too young." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." And that guy was like 35, but maybe the person's watching. But basically, I'm just showing you here. We sold this property pretty much a couple weeks ago. Port St. Lucie, nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So let's sort of break down a little more about this. The one thing I want to show you about today's market, like how even right now I'm doing $50,000 deals, is because number one, the number one thing you got to understand here is I sold this property on the MLS for 214 and some change. I didn't show the exact numbers on here, but let's go look up the median home price in Port St. Lucie. So the number one question I get from people is like, Zach, how am I able to make a ton of money in real estate wholesaling? How am I making money right now? The gurus say buy my course, whatever. Guys, I'm gonna show you the secret. So here's one thing: I made 50K on this deal. I made 50,000 on a deal I bought for like 150K. I bought the deal for 150K, sold it for 250. I'm gonna show you the HUDs. I'm gonna show you it all. Okay, like I'll show you the proof. The one thing I can tell you right now is I go below the median price. So this one sold. I locked it up for 150. Zestimate I think was like 220, 230 on the property, or maybe even 240. But like, let's kind of look here on the median home price in Port St. Lucie, Florida, up 40%, would like insane. Port St. Lucie usually drops 50% during the last crash, 60% last time I think. So it is set up to go down like crazy. The appreciation in Port St. Lucie is like insane. But what I can tell you right now is in Port St. Lucie, which is kind of my market, I live a little south of there. But basically, this deal was for 215, which is cheap real estate, right? Comparatively, the average home value is 400,000. And guess what I did? I was going after properties that were lower value. What do you think that meant? That meant it's easier to get deals when it's cheaper real estate. It's pretty simple, right? I think that's a very crazy concept for a lot of wholesalers, but it is absolutely true. Like, you want to come out here and start making a ton of money in wholesaling, you have to come out here and go below the median price of the property. I don't know why most wholesalers don't do it, but I checked the audio right there, but you have to be below the median. And this is almost 50%. This is almost half off the median home price. Like, guys, there's so many properties like this out here, but there's also properties that are worth a lot more than this. So just understand, ladies and gents right here watching, if you want to start making a ton of money, start doing good deals in your market, and you're complaining about saturation, the property values are too high, you need to go way below the median, even slash that in half if you can. That's one thing I can tell you. Like, these properties are under 1,300 square feet. And no, like, it's really hard to make like 150K on a deal like this. Like, I get it, right? But if I can make 50K on this, which I pushed it, probably a 35K, 40K, or but like if I can make $40,000 on a property I lock up for 150,000, those are really good margins. Like, it's really hard to beat those margins, right? Like, everyone sees me doing 60, 70, $80,000 deals now. Those are things I'm locking up for like 300, right? So just understand that, guys, how I came up with this deal. This is one lesson I want to bring up, that we've been targeting a lot of lower priced homes, and it's working really good. So just understand. So if you ever go on like Port St. Lucie Zillow and you see a house like this that got like bought and sold within a month for like 150 and then sold for like 214, like insane amount, just understand it's probably us. So give us a shout out if you see any of those properties. There's a ton of them in our local market, but like, everyone asks, like, why do you do your local market when you make more in virtual? It's just like these things are just like, they're just sitting there. Like, come on, like you walk past the kitchen, you see a donut laying there. It's like, why are you not going to go after the donut? Like, it's just sitting there, right? Like, of course there's a cake in the fridge, but like the donut's there. Of course I'm going to grab a bite. Or like, all right, like you're going by, they're like tater tots right there, and they're like cooling down. I'm going to take a couple tater tots on my way to the meal because just it's there, right? That's the way I do my deals locally. It's like, These $50,000 deals are just sitting there. Why aren't going to go after them? One thing y'all got to understand, please. Do not be, you have to go below the median sales price, the home price. If there's one thing I can get through y'all's skulls right now today, please go below the median price, even cut that in half if you can. Now, of course, if you're in like Indiana, it's like prices are worth like 150 on average. It's harder to do. There's a fine line because in Port St. Lucie, mostly Fort Pierce, there's properties that I can buy for 30,000 and they're high crime areas. And you're not going to make more than 10, 5-10 grand per deal. So like there's a balance, right? But like affordable housing right now is super, super attractive to buyers, renters, landlords, flippers, all this stuff. So just understand this. So let me kind of explain how I'm able to lock up properties for such pretty cheap and make really good margins. Let me kind of show you. So the reason why I set up the video the way I did today here is, yes, it's attractive seeing making $50,000, right? Very, very, very attractive, right? That sounds super sexy and nice and great, right? That's awesome. But the one thing you need to understand is the profit's sexy, but the property's ugly. And you have to make that connection in your brain. Once that clicks in your head that ugly houses can give me really good deals, you start making more money. And where are the ugly houses? They are not the median home price. They're less than the median. They're less than average value, right? Usually lower square footage. Some of them are bigger square footage. And most importantly, they're just ugly. Let me show you this property. Let me show you this property, what we did. So good deal right there. So how did we find the deal? I'll be straight up with you. We found this from our ROS postcard. Just go to mailingmastery.com. That's where we brought it. That's basically the postcard we do. We just send offers pretty much straight up. We just send the offers. Always works really, really well. So we just send the offers on the postcard. I think we sent an offer for like 200,000 on the postcard here. And obviously that was in of its best condition. Obviously it was really ugly. So she's like, at the recording, I should have released the recording, but whatever. We will keep her identity lower. But we basically 200 was the offer on the postcard. So we sent offers on the postcards and she basically was like, oh, well, my property needs a lot more work. Right. And this is actually a virtual deal. Like the seller actually lived in Georgia. So we literally locked it up over Dot Loop. So this was technically a virtual wholesaling deal. I should put that in the title. That's sexier, but we kind of were in person. Like I get it. We still went to the house. So I'll call it a local deal, but it was technically virtual because the seller was in Georgia and it was a rental property. And basically the situation on the property was like, we sent it over for 200. She's like, okay, 200 is way too high. I get it. I know. I know it's way too high, Zach. We got to go lower. And they're like, because the property needs a lot of work. So we go there and we basically say, this house is like nasty, ugly. So guess what we did? Pretty simple. We offered her way less. We negotiated in the middle, 150, pretty much good to go. So let me show you a little bit about the property. So the outside looks fine. I made a bunch of TikToks on it because the one thing that was really attractive on this property was not even the $50,000 deal. The house next door I'm trying to do. That's why I'm kind of protecting a little more. We're actively trying to get the deal next door because the deal next door, you can't see it from this picture right here, but it's boarded up and has really tall grass. So if I make 50K here, I could make 50K on the next deal over. And I don't want to like, I know you guys are gonna be upset. I'm not giving the address and stuff out, but like we're trying to keep it kind of on the DL because it's a really good deal next door. So we're dealing with the seller right now on that deal too. So this is the outside, like nothing crazy. So the story on this property was older lady in Georgia owned the property for like 20 years, lived in Port St. Lucie, moved to Georgia. She got old and then she basically gave it to the daughter. They kind of co-owned it and they managed the rental together. And now they just want to get rid of it. Right. So pretty simple. I mean, they bought the house for like $20,000, like back in the 80s. Now I think it was like 40. I think they bought it for like 40 in like the 80s. Cause it was built in the 70s. I'm pretty sure. Maybe 78, 79. I gotta look at the thing on here, but like, so this thing's been rented to the same landlord tenant for 18, 19 years. Like the same tenant has been living in there. So very interesting deal. So basically we had to kick them out because they stopped paying they stopped paying after 18 years, which is kind of crazy. So I mean, they were paying, but like they were always late. They tried. So basically, let me tell you the motivation. So the seller tried to evict the seller. Sorry, the seller tried to evict the tenant of 18 years like twice, and they just didn't comply. And she didn't want to do the hassle of the eviction stuff. So we actually locked the property up, I believe, for $175,000, if I'm not mistaken. We locked up for 175 grand. And guess what happened there? We were pretty much good to go. And she said basically the tenant's not leaving. So we actually renegotiated after seeing some more problems on the property, and we agreed to buy it with the tenant in place. This is a situation why I couldn't hold. Looking at this property, this is 100% a deal. I have to wholesale. I purchased it. We purchased it ourselves, our company. I took the risk on this because I was able to get a $25,000 discount. It was so cheap. And most importantly, I could kick the tenant out really easy because I know what I'm doing, right? I'm right there. I get them out. I knock on the door every day, right? Not harassing to a point, but basically they weren't dealing with the person because they knew they weren't local. So I had to go up there. Only spoke Spanish. So shout out to my boy Dylan for the Spanish lessons. I tried my best, communicating through Google Translate, which is nice. I had a couple buddies speak Spanish, so they kind of helped me through the way too much. But basically, I actually knocked on the door and I actually talked to him because I was kind of by the way, and I didn't want my acquisitions people to deal with that because I wanted to see kind of their lingo to a point. So I basically went there, talked to them, and they said, "Oh, we can get out." And so they promised to get out. Waited a couple weeks, never got out. So we basically offered them cash for keys, and they were pretty much good with that. So worked pretty well. So I think it costs like $500 to get them out. No big deal. But this is the property. It's actually technically a 2-2. It has an enclosed garage, but the enclosed garage is permitted. So very, very attractive right here. Not bad. I mean, looks fine. Like not a sexy house. The AC is not working. The roof's really bad. Roof leaks. Like the whole 9 yards, right? Like this is probably a $250,000 property that I sold for $215 that needs $40K in work. Like the person that bought this, just being honest, and this is no animosity, but like I don't think they're gonna make any money on this deal. And they said they're gonna rent it out, so maybe. But like, let me show you the bathroom. So this is the bathroom on the property. When I saw the pictures here, disgusting house. I saw this bathroom and I was like, we could do a full renovations. This is when interest rates started hiking, and I'm like, maybe just wholesale this property. Like there's too much of a headache going on here. I don't want to do the full renovations on it. But we had to close on it to get that extra discount, and basically got a 25K reduction for just spending an extra $500. But I had to close on it myself. But not bad. I mean, bathroom's nasty. Bedroom's okay, right? The outside had some issues. It's I think it was a wood frame house. AC wasn't running there. Smelled terrible. 3 dogs in the house. Basically, this is like, I think the wood was having a problem there. It needed the whole 9 yards. And we were thinking about doing the full like gut renovations, but I'm not a flipper, guys. I'm not a big fan of the big flips. I just like doing the wholesales and maybe the wholesale. So technically a wholesale. I didn't really want it to be a wholesale, but it was a pretty good deal. The reason why I'm talking to you guys here is you're going to have situations where you're going to have to provide unique solutions to the seller. So I was able to get a $25,000 reduction on the price on this because I offered to buy it with the tenant in place and kick the tenant out. Now, maybe you don't have the money where you can actually do it like I did. That's fine. But you can offer, so do a $25,000 reduction on the price, but offer to the cash buyer a $5,000 reduction in the price if they could just kick the tenant out themselves, which gives you a $20,000 of extra equity in the deal for your assignment fee. So I think that's the biggest lesson I wanted to share. The reason why I wanted to break this deal down in particular, 2 reasons, because we're below the median home price on it. 3 reasons, but we're below the median home price. The house is stupid ugly, which shows it's a lot of money. And lastly, I got a reduction. I'm not a fan of price reductions. I get it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't like doing it. I don't know why I'm telling you too much on it, but like I'm not telling everyone it. But like this was a situation that it was a tighter deal that we were able to get a lot of more equity out of the deal for it. It works really well. I can tell you it was a really good deal. So let's see what else we got here. This was the HUD for selling it. Just for my boys, my haters. Of course, I kind of crossed a bunch of stuff out. But this is kind of what a HUD looks like for a lot of newbies out here. But pretty much that was it. The person had hard money on it. They said cash, but it was hard money, but it was fine. I mean, they bought it for such a stupid high price. It was fine. But cheaper houses are doing really well. So we bought it for that, bought it for 150. So ended up probably being about 49,700 at the end of the day. Worked very, very well for me. Now, I say $49,700 in profit. It could have been more or less. I could have bid it out a little more. I just wanted to get rid of the property, dispo it, so we can just deal with other houses. Not a bad deal though, I would say. You know, we actually got funding for the deal because I just didn't want to use our own funds on it because I had the risk on there. We got some other crazy projects going on, so we added that in there too. So it's like $49,700, pretty good. And then we kind of kept the cash in reserves for us for some other deals we're doing right now that I don't want to get into right now because they're a little crazier on the renovation side. But what I can tell you right now is this was a $49,700 deal. 2 weeks. Buyer kept going to the house, so I couldn't do any videos there. Not the best to go do that when not do a video how I make 50K in front of the buyer because they could get out of the deal. I know. But I feel like I did the right thing there. So pretty good. $40,000 profit potential. So let me know, guys, if you got any value out of this one. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. We are live here. We have our one-on-one coaching calls today, too, for anyone that needs help coaching. One big not big announcement, but I do want to tell everyone here that we lost the credentials for some reason. Hold on, where is it? Let's see. We lost the credentials to the podcast for some reason, like 2 months ago. We lost a bunch of credentials. I thought it was really weird. I think we got hacked, but we just got it back on today. It was a mess of a deal, but we got the credentials back today, so we're able to announce back that the podcast is back up. So a lot of the replays of these lives, some exclusive things, some exclusive audios and stuff that you won't see on the YouTube channel actually on the podcast. So I do recommend that everybody does check it out. I'm going to put the links right now before we get into it. Where is it? And I'm asking everyone if you can. I do want to destroy all the gurus on podcasts too. So I put the link on here. If you want to check out the podcasts, it's on Apple and Spotify. Please do me a favor and leave a 5-star review if you like it. But I know a lot of people drive for dollars, like a ton of people drive for dollars, and maybe they work out. I listen to a bunch of podcasts when I work out. So a lot of the values, if you can't bring it, come to a live, but like you have a road trip or something and you can't play your mobile or whatever. The point of this is you can download this on an airplane and listen to it, right? This is the Bags to Riches podcast. I mean, I've had this podcast for years now. But now I posted the new one today, and then there will be a new episode every single day because y'all, I hit y'all with the I hit with the great stuff. So do me a favor, just search if you can the Bags to Riches podcast. Reason why it's Bags to Riches because I was a bag boy and I made riches in real estate wholesaling and real estate investing. So talk all things wholesaling. I'm going to replay a lot of the lives are going to be actually replayed on there. So you're drawing for dollars in the shower. I know I got a bunch of messages when we had to cut it off for a couple of months. It's like, Zach, I listen to this thing in the shower, when I wake up in the morning, when I work out, what's going on. So do me a big favor. We only have 26 reviews, which I think is kind of low. So if you do me a big favor, everyone, if you just hit a 5-star review on it, subscribe to it, and show the love, I appreciate it. And let me go here and show it's on Spotify too. So right here. So check it out. Spotify, the Bags to Riches podcast. Check it out there. It's Rick's going to be on some of these too and a lot of them, but we're basically going back here. So basically we're going to do 4 episodes of like 2 hours on them. And then every other day, and then every day we're going to do like a little 15-minute one. So like today's podcast episode was kind of part I did on the channel, a little bit of topic, but what was it? The best skip tracing service for real estate wholesalers and investors. So pretty good. I'd love to work on it. We're adding more audio things to it. So check it out. It is the Bags to Riches podcast. Make sure you hit a 5-star review on that one. and I appreciate it. Let me put the so yeah, it disappeared off the subscription for like but we got it back, and I have like the fourth. No more 2-factor authentication. It's like the 4 one. So basically, just do me a favor, hit the 5-star on there, and we can start ranking above the gurus. So we're fine. So guys, appreciate it. And without further ado, let's kind of break down exactly the questions you guys have. So to answer this one last one before getting the one-on-ones, I do get asked a million times, Zach, how do you go on the one-on-ones? How do I talk to you for free? How much do I have to pay you to talk to me one-on-one, right? I get this question asked all the time. For example, testing says, Zach, I want to jump on the live. Well, how do you jump on the live? I think a lot of people know. I'm going to break it down too. You just have to go to Wholesaling Houses for Real on Facebook. Wholesaling Houses for Real is my Facebook group. It is the largest wholesaling mastermind in the country. It is my mastermind. I only let the people in the mastermind hop on and talk to me. Okay, facebook.com/group/wholesaling houses for real. So if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you have to be in the mastermind. And that's it. So this is it right here. This is Wholesaling Houses for Real. We are currently at, I couldn't even imagine. Where are we at right now? We have 57,700 members in the mastermind, which is an insane amount. I appreciate all the support. Your support means a lot, guys. So I really appreciate that. So just got to go here. I pin it. So 4 hours ago, I pinned this. I shared a link. 400,000 2 weeks. I click the link here, and on the link, I can watch this on YouTube, or I can join the call right here on StreamYard. Here's the StreamYard link, and they can jump on and ask your questions right here on the StreamYard link. So, guys, got to be in the group to actually ask the questions. And once you're in the group, you can hop on, talk to me, and you're lucky. So, like Raymond's actually in the group, and he has the link. So, what's up, bro? Are you muted, man?
What's going on, Zach?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Man, same. Very, very blessed, man.
Awesome, man. What's up? Nice to meet you. How can I help you become a better wholesaler today?
Man, nice to meet you as well, man. I've been watching the show for a little bit now. I appreciate y'all first and foremost. Personally, man, I've just recently got into real estate wholesaling. I'm still learning. I fortunately found y'all after I had already paid a guru. It wasn't a huge amount, but and I'm actually thankful for the information that I obtained because it gave me kind of a lot of foundational pieces. But anyways, I see Rick talk a lot about probates, and I've kind of taken a liking to the idea of probate being kind of an area where I spend a good amount of time. Personally, my brother and I, we lost our parents' home a long time ago. We had no clue what we were doing. We were super ignorant. The house, my brother paid payments, stopped making payments, and next thing we know, the house wasn't ours anymore. So, anyways, I've taken kind of a liking to it, the idea of it. My question is, so y'all talked about pulling the pre-probate list from PropStream. Okay. And which I've been doing in my local county here. When I am sending out mailers, I don't know, like, if I am addressing these mailers like to the estate of, and just say like both of the names that are listed there from the PropStream information, or am I mailing it care of? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, Raymond, what county are you in?
I am in Williamson County.
Where is that?
Texas.
All right. There's like 5 million counties in Texas.
The great state, man. There are. That's a fact.
What is it? Williamson. So, first of all, sorry to hear that about your parents.
Yeah, no, it's no worries, man. It's been a very long time.
Okay. You're kind of by Pflugerville outside Austin. So
yeah.
All right. Well, this is a perfect video for you. So, in freewholesaling.com, have you seen the letter that Rick has on there?
Yes, I'm using one of those letters.
Yeah,
that
so he
has.
has the free template in there to go check it out.
Yep.
Basically, he does to the estate of or the PR's name, whatever you want to do. If he kind of switches which one he tells you to do, sometimes I'm just
Yeah. So I guess my issue with the PR is like when you pull the probate list from PropStream, I don't see anywhere where it indicates who the PR is. So
yeah, it
is
won't.
there like, should I be taking that information and like going elsewhere to try to find out PR or?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I feel like the pre-probate's really good. The pre-probate's more. I'm honestly will say it's more of someone who is already doing all the probates and they're trying to get more. I
Yeah.
feel like if you just go to the county and just get the probate list, it's going to be better.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I've actually started. That's where I started. I started with the
yeah,
actual county's probate list because you can pull it online. So I've been pulling those online, and I just like started doing like reviewing it to try to find out who the PRs are from it. So I'm doing both. I'm sorry I didn't say that.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm doing
that's
both.
good. I just like the probate list because they're kind of already ready to go. Um, if you're going to do both, you're going to have to skip trace the pre-probate list and find the relatives on there. And you can't do it through PropStream or Batch. There's other skip tracing services. It's messy, I know, but unfortunately, that's the only workaround I have figured out with it is just skip tracing the family members.
Okay. And essentially just blind calling family members until you get somebody.
To a point. So I have some cold calling probate like stuff in there, but the secret to cold calling a probate is you just call and pretend like they own the property. So let's say that John Smith passed away and then Sarah Smith is the daughter and she gets the house, right? Sad situation, very, very, I mean, it's a very raw situation, right? Pre-probate, like it just happened, but you get in front of everyone else. Now, there's two ways you can approach it, right? You're getting a ring?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I muted it.
All right. Basically, there's two ways to do it. So either you say, "Hey, Sarah, I saw your dad John died. I'm going to buy your house." In a call, that doesn't go out well, right? That's terrible, right?
Right.
That's what most people learn. That it's terrible. If you just go and act stupid, it works so much better. It's actually more respectful.
Okay.
So, hey, Sarah, are you looking to set? Are you the owner of 123 Main Street? And she's like, "Wait, that's my dad's." Well, yeah, I'm kind of owner. Are you looking to sell it? I'm looking to buy properties in that area. What sounds better, right?
Yeah.
And at the like overall, that's going to be the better way to do it.
Okay.
And that's after calling so many probates. That has always given me the best success because you're not too intrusive, right? So I found that's always better.
Okay. Cool. I've also pulled code violation list. I'm kind of flying in the dark on it right now, just trying to understand like, the information that's on it. But pulled that as well. My other question was about driving for dollars. Like my market is hot. I mean, people are.
I know, man.
Yeah, it's hot. So like I don't know exactly what I'm looking for when I'm looking for these properties, just because I feel like for the most part the entire county is a lot more upkept than, I guess you would say some of the more like hood areas, like where I'm from, there's a lot of like hood areas where I know I can go and, clean up. But here it seems like everything is kind of upkept very well. So I don't know exactly how to spot distress, I guess.
It's easy. It's easy, man. All right, let me tell you. So I just looked up here. Do you know the median home price in the county?
I want to say that it's 300,000.
All right, it said 427, but like I'm not going too much in the weeds there.
Okay.
It's like roughly 300 to 400.
Yeah.
Very similar to my local market. And you just saw the deal I did here, which I broke down.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect video for you, man, because first of all, you already know the drill. You got to go like lower houses. So square foot, probably under 1,600. Definitely make sure it's below the median home price. I mean, heck, you could probably target properties under 300K, right? And there's definitely homes there. There's starter homes, right? House is built in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Like that's most likely going to be your bread and butter. Nothing built after 2010. Now, this is not a one size fit all. I'm just going to tell you the perfect avatar. The perfect type of house is kind of like the one I just did here, right? There's nice houses everywhere. Of course, you're living in a nice area. You should, right? That's good. I don't wholesale where I live, okay? I live in a nice area. I don't wholesale there, okay?
All right.
But like 15 minutes away, decently good properties, right? And that's what most of y'all like are doing. So there's definitely not, there's probably hoods there, right? But like, you don't want to be in like a high crime area. I mean, number one, it's dangerous. And number two, the assignments aren't that attractive because a cash buyer doesn't want to be a landlord there. There's some slumlords, obviously.
Yeah.
But like if I want to go flip a house, I don't want to get robbed. I don't like being abandoned in a high crime area. There's always, I've dealt with a lot of those flips like that. They want to be in a safer area where the real estate's kind of cheaper, right? And it's decent. So below the median sales price with a not in a high crime area, that's going to be the best way. I always tell people low ARVs in a non-high crime area is always great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a correlation, but there are places in every city and county where the prices are low and it's not high crime, and it's kind of perfect.
Okay. What are some of the not so obvious signs of distress though that you might?
Yeah. So number one would be a vacant property or absentee owner. I would say absentee owner, basically like a rental property, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in Texas, kind of like Florida, which is really easy to kick someone out, which makes it actually easier for wholesalers and landlords, which is great for us. Not as good for the tenant, but those are good too because they're just sitting there. If the person's owned it for over 5 years, they just might get tired. It's a tired landlord list on PropStream. That's always a good one to be going after. Code violations, you have the right thing in mind. As long as people just stop dealing with properties or people unfortunately pass away, there's always going to be good deals. Always. So code violations are going to do good there. I would say probates are good too. Vacants, I would add vacant properties on there. I would honestly reverse drive for dollars in Texas right now. Code violations in vacant properties. I think those are really good. And the vacant ones are a little harder. But like where the vacant houses are in that area, you can drive around and drive for dollars there too.
Okay, I was gonna say, how do I? You see, I'm a big black man. How do I reverse drive for dollars, like without scaring the whole neighborhood?
So number one, you got to be non-threatening. I'm non-threatening when I do driving for dollars. First of all, you have like a collared shirt.
I do
something nice, like I mean, obviously, like I'm not gonna call in my workout wife beater and stuff and just like go work out with gold chain, you know. Like have a collared shirt, you know, and just throw a sticky note on there, you'd be fine. Like at the end of the day, if your intention's very nice and sweet, and even in Texas, you're gonna be fine. But if you have a collared shirt, it's very non-threatening. That's probably gonna be the best thing you can do.
All right.
And someone says, Raymond, all right. What are you doing at my house? What do you want? Hey, my boss is just sending you a note. He's looking to buy houses.
Okay.
They try to get threatening. There's nothing illegal about doing it. You're technically not even soliciting a point because you're not door knocking on it. So that would be my guess. I mean, as a taller dude, like you don't want to be threatening when you're walking up. Like if I have a seller who's like 5'4", I'm not trying to be intimidating or bad. Like I try to wear a collared shirt, look nice, you know. That's my best advice for it. And that's for door knocking. Reverse driving for dollars is even easier.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, those are all the questions I had, man. I appreciate you. I am working diligently trying to get this first deal. I say diligently, it's kind of hard to find time. I work 9 to 5. Got a, brand new baby.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it, man. So, I'm working where I can. I'm trying to work smarter,
Oh, yeah.
So I will definitely let you know as soon as I get my first deal. I intend on definitely getting as much coaching as I possibly can because the value here of just being able to sit with y'all is priceless for sure. So
I'm telling you, man, if you do what I say and then come back and tell me, hey, what happened? We can break it down and see what happened, what you got to do different. I'm here, man. I'm here every week and help you out.
Cool.
And I think you got plenty of reason, motivation why to keep going. So
yeah, for sure.
You're good to go, man.
I got to get out of this job, man. I got this computer over here next to me, man. I'm so over it.
Hey, man.
I'm that guy. I'm over it. So
One thing I can tell you is this is not popular advice. I'm gonna be up. Everyone's gonna be upset.
I
If you
already
have
know.
a kid, you gotta take care of the kid. I'm not telling you to quit your job and go full out and be like this macho like type. If you got a family, you gotta take care of them. That is
Yeah,
always the priority.
and for
I
sure,
had a
that's
job.
not my reasoning. I'm not trying to be macho by
No,
any
Rick
stretch.
had a job. You can do this part time and then start shifting over. So
Yeah, that's the play.
don't let someone convince you to quit your job. Just, but you got this, man. Start working on that. And if you need help, let me know. I'm
Cool.
always here.
We'll do.
All right. See you
Appreciate
next
it.
week, man.
All right now.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Love it. Guys, a lot of us do it for family. If it's not even for your family, it's for your future family. It's for where you want to be in the future. A lot of you guys need a why. I definitely have my why, of why I do a lot of stuff. So love it. I love seeing it. Love talking to new people. So what is up? Hello.
Hey, I kind of was afraid that you were going to call me a little early. I'm dealing with a couple things. Is it okay if you call me back after a couple callers?
Yeah, man.
Okay, thanks.
Message me in the private chat when you're ready.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Beautiful. Jamie.
Hey, what's good, Zach? How you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Just learning.
Awesome, man. How can I help you out today?
Well, essentially, I have two deals that I want to go through. I need some help in terms of they want proof of funds, right? That's something I definitely don't have. And essentially, I was just wondering how you could, how I could fix that, how I could go over that, or what solution is there for that? Because I can't really think of a way unless I have a contract already signed. I can't really assign it to somebody and use their funds or their proof of funds as my proof of funds. So I'm really stuck there. But I have two deals that I could definitely JV with you guys if you could help me with that. Obviously, I don't want to give up too many details or here on the live stream just because, but I'll be happy to give you all the details in private.
Yeah, so we're opening up the JVs on Monday. We're getting the final places. We're kind of revamping a lot of stuff just for the inflow, but for all the people to send JV deals, we're working on it diligently here. It should be very instantaneous starting Monday. But what I can tell you is if you don't have proof of funds, the two rules here is if the seller keeps asking for proof of funds, they've either gotten burnt from a wholesaler or wholesaler told me you need proof of funds because they're being a mess. Number two here, probably not ideal if they're asking for it. So what I could tell you is if I had no money, I don't bring up proof of funds. Did the seller bring that up?
Yeah, I mean,
Did they talk about earnest money too on it?
No, he didn't say anything about earnest money. He wasn't really adamant about it, but he did say it. He mentioned it.
What do you say? I need a proof of funds.
He doesn't. He didn't say I need it, but he did mention it as something he would like to see. One of the offers, which is the best one, is actually with an agent. It's a better deal than the other one, but I still got the other one for 15K less, or at least we agreed to that. I still need to have it signed. I need to have someone go over there and sign it. They're really old. It's it's a senior trailer park, so they have trouble with computers. I can't really sign them through virtually. I have to send a mobile notary, and that's something I'm working on. I'm gonna try to send somebody this week, but yeah.
Okay.
But they're really, as far as I'm concerned, the comparables are around 175 to 185, and the agent himself told me that fully fixed and renovated, they can go for 175 to 185. So I did my due diligence in that aspect. When I talked with the agent, he told me all about whatever I needed, all the conditions and whatnot. The 135 one, it went through a 4-point inspection. It passed, so it's all good. It's good for sale and insurance and whatnot. So that's really good. Um, not sure what else to say.
Dude, you're overcomplicating this deal, man. You're overcomplicating all of this. Just FYI for you.
Yeah.
Let's simplify this, okay? Let's talk about that first deal with the proof of funds person, okay? Why isn't it under contract right now with you?
Why is it not under contract?
Why is it not?
Well, I just got it, or they just agreed to it today.
Agree
They
to
had
what?
a
The
medical,
price?
yeah, price.
Is it signed?
No, I mean they're old. I would have sent the email, but or the the
Jamie,
PDF.
so did you guys agree on the price?
Yeah.
Why isn't it signed right now?
Uh, I don't know how to get them to sign. They're old. I don't, I'll send
Okay.
them notary, but it couldn't be today.
Why
They
can't it
had
be today?
medical. They
They had a
had a
medical issue?
yeah, a medical
So it's
appointment.
going to be
Yeah.
signed tomorrow?
I'm gonna try for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why try? You gotta try. Like, you gotta go, man. Like time's gonna kill all these deals, man.
I know. I'm scared, but
You should be on 123 Notary right now, man, and getting somebody lined
I
up.
already I did contact one already. She told me the price and whatnot, so it's ready
She
to
ready to go
go.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to the seller and asked if they can do it tomorrow?
No. They told me I should contact them tomorrow morning to figure
All
out
right.
when. Fine. Yeah.
Okay. Gotta get on
Yeah.
it, man. All right, that's fine. What about the other deal?
Well, the other deal is it's a lot cheaper. They want 99K or basically 100.
Okay.
It's the same place, same thing essentially, but it hasn't passed the 4-point inspection, so it needs a couple
From
things.
who?
Huh?
Who did the inspection?
4 points. The 4-point inspection. Who
Who
did
did the
it?
inspection?
I'm not sure.
Oh, so
I'm brand new
is
to
it on
this.
the
So
MLS? No, yeah. Is it on the MLS?
the last one, yeah, the 99
Okay,
one.
it's an MLS deal, and you're dealing with
Yeah.
the agent on here.
Yeah, exactly. I can probably get it down to 90K, or at least he said that they're a little bit open to the price just because the sellers really want to sell, and the deal has barely been on the market for let's say for like 2 weeks, and they really want to sell. So if somebody can really, if somebody can uh, guarantee that they're going to pay by a certain amount of time, they can probably go with them.
What
At
state?
least Florida. So it's
Florida.
right in your backyard. Yeah.
Okay. What county?
County, I'm not sure. It's
You don't know what county this deal's in? What city?
not. Yeah, I can say city. Should I say the city? I mean, we're on the live. They can find it really easily just by the
That's
price.
fine. That's fine. Well, message me in the private chat then and tell me.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. It's just I
Pretty
get
good. I'm trying to see if this is going to be a good deal or not for you. For 99K, 99K in Okeechobee is going to suck. 99K in Green Acres, Florida is going to be great. Yeah, that's decent. It's not bad. Okay, you got
And
something. Is it listed for 99?
yeah, it's listed for 99, so that's why I think I can get 90. And like I said, the comparables are around 170. He said it needs around 30 to get it up to date.
So,
So
Jamie,
yeah.
you're new. I get it. You need to go through freewholesaling.com. I have a mini course on how to wholesale MLS properties. All right. On that course, I tell everyone to be at least 75% off the list price when you give the offers at minimum. I mean, bro, you're at what? You're at 90% of the list price. And how long has it been listed for?
A couple of weeks too.
I mean, what's the worst if you offer 75 with a contract right now? They say no and counter back at you. Why would you even do 90? I wouldn't go near that, man.
Okay.
I asked Florida, you can't do dual agency there, so that's different. Freewholesaling.com, and kind of break down dual agency. That's just when the buyer represents you and the seller, so you can get more of a commission. If this was dual agency state, I'd offer 65, and then they would represent both of them. But I'd be at least 75K on that deal. Why not? Send them a contract. Saves the seller 3% commission.
Okay. But the thing is, it's the proof of funds. That's when he actually asked for it. He said, "Yeah, you're going to need proof of funds." So that's something that has to be stuck.
Get a cash buyer.
Excuse me?
In that area. Get a cash buyer in that area. Send them the listing. Say what price works for you on this one. That's the only way you're going to be able to get a proof of funds on that deal. Yeah, you're wholesaling on the MLS without an actual proof of funds. That's what you're going to have to do. I've never told anyone to wholesale on the MLS as a beginner because of this issue. But if you want to get around it, you're going to have to offer 75% off, reverse wholesale that with a cash buyer that you have trusted and already vetted, and then use their proof of funds with you as a partner.
I mean, I can send you the details and you can look it up and see if it's something that you would like, you know.
It's not even my criteria for MLS wholesaling, man, because it's 75% off list price minimum.
Okay.
The realtor will take 90K, most likely. All day, every day on this one. Problem is, can he sell it for over 90? Not really. If it's listed for 99, you're trying to sell it for 95. Most people aren't going to take that.
Yeah, I see.
Especially because you have to do closing costs.
Yeah. I didn't really, I wasn't looking on the MLS. I just called him up because it's in the same neighborhood. So I just wanted more information about, the comps and whatnot, what's selling, what's not, what's, things I should look for. And I was just researching, essentially, just trying to get my
I'm not a big fan of MLS wholesaling. If you don't have the proof of funds, you're already a good cash buyer lined up. That's why I'm not even a fan of it, but like I put out a course because I do wholesale in the MLS. So I've showed you exactly how you should do it as a beginner. But you got to follow the rules. If I make a course on it, you got to follow the rules. And you're breaking the rules, and that's why it's not going to be a good deal. The first deal, though, is looking interesting. That's off market, right?
No, it's actually FSBO.
That's FSBO? So that's off market. So it's perfect.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll offer him 60 or 70 and see what happens.
I said 75.
75? Okay, my bad.
75% off.
Yeah, my bad. It's just I really haven't gone through the whole course. I've watched a ton of videos. I have like 10 tabs.
But you're good, man. Hey, bro, what's the best way of learning something, man? You play video games, sports, anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. Call of Duty all the time.
Call of Duty. How do you get better at Call of Duty as a beginner? You just play it, right?
Yeah, by dying like
that's what you're doing.
New,
that's what you're doing. You're playing it. Maybe you're starting out. You're not as good as someone that's experienced, but you're playing it, which means you're getting better. There's no shame in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in 4th grade, starting playing Call of Duty. It was great.
Yeah.
Zombies on Horizon. Oh, I had to start out somewhere, man. So that's the point. You have to look at the rules, though, starting out. And those are my rules for wholesaling on the MLS. I just don't want you to make the same mistakes or be in a situation where you're stuck. So if they want proof of funds, you're going to have to get a good deal on it.
Yeah. Okay. So in order to get proof of funds, I would probably need to go for 75K. That way I can market it to somebody else. Or
I'm guessing
less
less.
Than 90. Even less?
I'm guessing less. I'd be probably 60, 65. And then you negotiate your way to 75 most likely because the realtor's not going to take that one.
Yeah. So 60 is essentially just to get a reaction like you say.
Yeah. The one thing in that course at freewholesaling.com on wholesaling MLS properties, you're going to have to do hundreds of these contracts for 1 or 2 to hit. It's a numbers game. So don't put all your eggs in that one basket. I just throw it out there and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, perfect. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I didn't even know about this deal. He just told me about it because I was asking for information, so he just offered it. He said, "Hey, I got a deal here. It's right next to it. It's 99K. If you put 30 on it you can probably get 175 for it." And I said, "Oh, that sounds, like something I could probably do." I didn't know about the MLS rule. I really didn't, because I wasn't planning on doing a deal in the MLS. So,
You're good, man. The reason why I'm being not tough on you, but like why I'm saying is like, why don't you have it locked up right now? Why you don't? The reason is because you're gonna feel way worse. You try to lock it up next week and someone locks it up than me telling you to lock it up. You're gonna feel way worse if you lose that deal. And time kills all deals, man. So like when you get a deal like that, you just gotta go after it. Because if you don't, someone else is going to, and then you're gonna lose out that deal. Speed is so important. So important.
okay. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, okay. I mean, I'll offer him, like you said, 60, maybe go to 70. And if it goes through and he likes it, I'll definitely shoot you an email. I mean, I've been sending emails to you guys, but they always bounce for some reason. I'm not sure if it's the wrong email or if
Support
it's
at Flip with Rick?
yeah. They
It
always
shouldn't
bounce.
Support at flipwithrick.com.
Yeah, that's the one
That's
I'm
it.
using. Maybe it's my email. I'll try
Probably
with
your
another.
email, man.
Yeah.
I get hundreds of emails on there every day.
Damn, hundreds.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I have somebody else for the JV. I have another person I offered it to. He's from California. Like I said, I'm just looking for people to help me because I'm a bit of a newbie. But yeah, I'll definitely try. I'll send the notary tomorrow, and hopefully we can work on that deal.
All right. Sounds good. If you have a deal, send it over. The link should be open Monday.
All right,
It's in
perfect.
freewholesaling.com. It's on the top there if you want to join it or submit it on there.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let me know. Give me an update on the deal.
Will do.
All right. Thanks, man. Awesome. Appreciate it. MD.
Hi, Zach. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. And I just had a question. I'm in the Minneapolis market area, and I'm trying to pull the probate lists. It's been hard for me.
Hennepin County?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the issue?
I can't find the probate lists when I try online.
Okay. Did you go in person or do you live locally there?
Yeah, I do live locally.
Okay. Have you gone to the clerk of the court and asked?
No.
Do that.
Okay. That's the only question I had.
Okay. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you out with.
Okay, thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Call anytime. I'm here to answer any questions, small or large. Anna, what is up?
Hey, you
Hey,
know what I love about you? People ask you 100 million times same damn questions, and you always answer with a smile. Oh, thank you so much.
Is Terrace there?
Yes,
Yeah.
right
I see
here.
his arm. How's it going, guys?
Quick question. So my husband got a hold of a property. It's a duplex, and the guy said he had tenants there. They've been living there for 20 years, and he's like, I will sell the duplex to you. He has a high equity, right?
Yes.
It's a high equity list. And basically he said, I will sell the duplex to you only with you not evicting the tenants.
I get that all the time. Unfortunately, you can't guarantee that. Is the property need a lot of work?
We have not checked out the property because we haven't checked the property out.
He said this remodeled in 2007 year. Yeah.
It was remodeled in 2007.
Yeah,
Let me tell you the honest truth here.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Sellers say that to me all the time. it takes some convincing, but they don't really care at the end of the day. Because I don't feel comfortable lying to a seller, but if you agree to buy a house, the agreement doesn't happen what you do after you own it, right? Like I sell you a watch, like don't change the band on the watch. Like I own the watch, I can do whatever I want with it now. Like
Yeah.
it's never gonna lie, right? I do some convincing. I always tell the seller, hey, me and my partner, we don't know what we're gonna do with the property till we see it. We actually might buy it, rent it out. Because I have some cash buyers that'll rent it out, right? I also have sometimes me and my partner, it needs more work and we really got to renovate it. The cool part, you're in California. So the way rents kind of work is it's better to renovate than rent and then kind of have that base there. Then gets a little weird like there too. So it's actually better in California to say that because they understand that so you can get the best rent out of the property. And I can't have them living there from demolishing kitchens, flooring, roofs, all that stuff, right? If there's bugs, termites, right? And usually you answer that in that way. And they're like, yeah, that's true. So you got to see in that situation. Now, if they say that's a deal breaker, there's no other wholesaler or cash buyer that's willing to do that, especially in California when you need to get the best rent out of a property. So, hey, I don't know what we're going to do with the house. We do many things with it. I have to go and see it in person to actually make that decision.
Okay. Okay. And another thing, one of the guys said he might sell the house here in California. But he said, I do have land not far away from the ocean in Oregon. Question, do you JV with the land properties? Because I have no idea how to do virtually yet. I haven't done a deal locally. So, and he's offering land that's not far from the ocean in Oregon.
I would say, okay, so I have a great uncle whose mom lived in like Oregon and she lived on the water in Oregon. I thought on the ocean. I was like, oh my gosh, it's $1 million house. It's worth like 300. Like those Oregon ocean, they're not as valuable as you like imagine. It's not like Pebble Beach or something. Like it's weird. You gotta definitely take a look on it, but I probably won't be able to JV on that one because it just depends where. Like if it's outside Eugene or like a nicer area, but go see if there's demand there. But it's still definitely a good look to look at it.
How would I check if there's demand there?
Population is the biggest factor, right?
Population, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, why is real estate worth more here and there? A lot of it has to do with demand. So that's gonna be
So
the best
like
way
you
to
said,
figure it
the
out.
population should be over 100, right?
It should for the county. Sometimes it's different, but if you're seeing a lot of transactions being done in that county, then you probably know there's some demand for that.
Okay. And one more question about proof of funds. You always talk about proof of funds. On the group for the real estate, I was reading one of the questions and answers kind of a thing, and a lot of people were saying that anybody can show you fake proof of funds. So then we should not be relying on proof of funds, correct? It's more EMD than proof of funds.
For JVing?
Either one.
So a lot of people can do a fake proof of funds. It's very easy to fake a proof of funds. I can write, I have $100 billion in my bank. I can just write it, right? So if you're getting a proof of funds from somebody and they're JVing with you, you got to see if it's a fake one or not. Now, if a seller asks, do whatever one you want.
How would I know if it's fake or not? Can you help out?
Their name won't be on a bank account, right?
Okay.
You can technically Photoshop anything, like anything you can, right? But it's kind of hard to a point. So if it's a letter from a bank, if they fraudulently do that, then it's a very bad thing. So most people aren't wanting to do that.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's it. Thank you for all your help every day.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. I'm telling you, I get asked all the time, Zach, if you buy this house, you got to keep the tenants. I'm telling you, 90% of the time, I still get the house and the tenants leave. It's really not that bad.
Okay. So you basically kick them out, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Most cash, you get a better price on the deal because you got to renovate it, right?
So you kick them out, or the cash buyer buys it with the tenants?
So usually the cash buyer buys it with the tenants.
And then he deals with all the, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
All
there's a
right.
lease. Make sure there's no lease on the property for like 2 years or something.
Okay. So it has to be like month to month.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Zach.
All right. Appreciate it. Have a great one, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. All right. Hello. You back?
Yeah, I'm back. All right.
Awesome.
So we had spoke, I don't know, last week, probably last Wednesday, and I was the one who told you about me picking up 400 leads, doing 1,800 phone calls, whatever, and you told me to do reverse driving for dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did so. And I actually just got 3 good leads from one guy. He gave me a call actually on the way home today from driving for dollars. Yeah.
Perfect timing, man.
I know. Perfect. Yeah. So anyways, he called me on one property and then he told me about another property. So he says he's got an offer for 130 on it, but this is my issue. I'm in Texas. It's a non-disclosure state. So how am I going to go about getting the values for these properties? Also, it's a very smart, very, very small little town there. So it's right outside of Denton.
Ooh, okay. All right. A couple ways to do it. So Texas is weird. Like PropStream and Batch have the MLS data, but obviously, like if you don't have it, you don't have it. You get free trials to them if you like need to like figure it out. But honestly, I can tell you right now, if you just look at the actives on the market, that's a good indicator. Figuring out the rentals right now and seeing what the rent would be on similar properties. Sometimes Zillow actually you can do a reverse hack on it. Some places on Zillow it's weird. Like you can look at comps on the property, and so if you have a house next door that's sold, let's say two months ago, and it won't say the sold price, but you go into the price on Zillow and it'll say sold for $84 a square foot, and then
Right.
1,000 square feet, and then you can reverse do it. Those are the best hacks for Texas right now, for
Gotcha.
free, like without any software or whatever. Sometimes you get the MLS like login, not a login, but well, access to MLS would be nice. You could also there's MLS websites that leave search properties, and it could tell you comp prices or sold prices there. Houston does that, har.com. But Denton's again.
Yeah, it's a little town right outside of Denton.
Dallas?
I'm sure they're probably.
Oh yeah, it's Dallas.
Yeah. It's you see that little town up there called Sanger?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it. All right. I mean, there should be demand.
Oh, there's a lot of money moving over there. I mean, it's real small, but there's so much stuff going on right now, all the construction and stuff. So
Okay. So the best advice I give to you right now is so you're talking to the guy, right?
right.
I hate to say it, but like you're just the best thing to do is lock it up for the lowest you can. Sometimes just taking that action is going to help you out, because if you spend a week trying to figure out the price on the house and then you get done, like Mr. Seller, if I buy this thing cash, you get the condition, everything, what works for you?
Right.
Oh, you don't know? Well, if you did know, what would it be? Right? Like what works all cash, ready to go? Huh? Right? So you got to use the volume method right there. It's all on freewholesaling.com, and then you just kind of work them, get the lowest you can. And then if it works, it works. Try to bring it to a cash buyer. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? It's interesting. Texas is interesting, but I would definitely, actually, I can just help you out right now. If you can give me, you have Facebook Messenger?
Yes, I do.
Message me the property. I give you my bond and my word. I won't do anything stupid there. I'm not really looking to do Denton.
Okay.
But I'll kind of look at everything for you and just give you a guesstimate if you really want.
Okay.
If
Sounds good.
Only if you promise to take action this week on this deal.
Bro, I don't play. You told me to go get the reverse driving for dollars, and I did it.
All right. Well, you need to go talk to the seller ASAP. Are you local? Like with that guy? Like,
No, I live in Plano, so I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from that little town. But I started as far as Sanger, and then I'm coming down. I'll do all of Denton again because this is the list that I had. Then I'll go back down to Carrollton and Farmersville and all these little cities between. But yeah, so I'm about 45 minutes from him.
Yeah, I'd meet him at the property and get it done. If you can make a commitment on a yes or no decision, I'd go meet him at the property.
Okay, and you got contracts, right? I could just go get
Yep.
a contract and okay, cool. Sounds good. And then I guess my last question, as far as rehab on some of these properties, I'm not sure how to get rehab prices and stuff. So do I just get a contractor? Hey, meet me out here at whatever time, and then just get him to give me a quote on paper, and then do this from a few contractors, or how should I go about doing this?
So I've never used a contractor once to check on a property. Now, I've used it as an excuse. But honestly, I don't have that experience. Like I don't have this crazy contractor experience, but I can pretty much to a T figure out repair cost. You just got to do really stupid guesstimate work. Like, hey, repair cost to my mind, because ARV is after repair value, right? And after repair value is what the property's worth on its best day. Like you do the full flip, right? So you look at a property. What's the cost of flooring? What's the cost of basically painting, all this stuff? It's going to be the best one. What I could tell you is, let me give you this chart. It might take me a second to get it. I actually have a handy dandy repair chart. I was actually doing a video before this, so I was kind of talking about that. So give me a second to pop that up. Let me go find it. It's under my little graphic here. Hold on. Where are we? Let's see. It's at freewholesaling.com too, but let me go get it for you. So where is it? Right here. All right. Let me pop it up. It is this one. Table lights. Yeah. All right. Here it is. Take a screenshot on this too if you want. But basically, it is this one. Per cost worksheet. That's most likely going to be the best one.
Okay. Looks good.
Yep.
And
so,
then with inflation and prices being crazy on everything, is this gonna...
That's it.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I see. All right.
And
Well,
it's a guess to a point too. All right. Screenshot it. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Sweet. Yeah, that's honestly what I did. Let's see if you send it over.
No, I haven't sent anything over yet. I'll still have to go over there.
All right. Well, just let me know.
Okay. And then also, just real quick. So he's got a few properties, like I say. He said he called off of one address. He said he had another address, which is both in the same city. But he also has a couple more properties. But once those houses are torn down, they absolutely have to be built, is what he said. He said they absolutely have to be built into some kind of business because they're marked as commercial. Should I even be worried about those two yet, or just do the residential and then worry about the other two later?
Do the residential first.
Okay. And then I guess I'll just get back on here and ask for some assistance if I get on those commercial properties.
Yeah, like, hey, I got that live call yesterday where I was dealing with multiple sellers on multiple properties. I don't know how I got that lucky, but in Michigan,
I saw that.
You got, if he like pushes you to buy all of them together, hey, I want to prove that I can actually buy this property from you so we can build this relationship. Let's deal with one, and then we deal with the other ones after. Each one's different.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I'll get on it.
Perfect, man. I
Thanks.
appreciate you taking the action. You see what happens when you listen to me. I don't sound weird, but you listen to me, it works. I love it, man. So
yeah, if you give me advice and I say I'm going to do it, I keep my word and I do so. So
I appreciate your man of your word. One last thing. Is it easier just getting the calls in versus doing the calling yourself?
yeah, 100%.
Okay. I want everyone to understand that. It's easier when the seller calls you versus just cold calling like crazy. I'm the cold calling guy. I love it, but it's so much easier.
It is.
FYI for everyone.
Plus, I mean, obviously, like you're going to get a hell of a lot better of a contact rate.
Oh, yeah. Love it, man. What was your contact rate?
On this one, I didn't actually do the numbers yet. I haven't quite done them. Let me see. Give me a second. I'll actually.
Yeah. Curious.
Yeah, because I only set out a few. Give me a second.
Yeah. And so Rosa asked, how do we get in line for the questions? You got to go in the group, a little StreamYard link in there, and then you can hop on and talk the questions from there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Sandra said it. It is the StreamYard on the Facebook group, Facebook page.
Almost 28% contact rate.
It's pretty good. It should rise if you get some extra calls within a month or two. So
Yeah.
it's really
It's
good.
better than 12% last time when I was
Yeah,
reaching
you
out.
gotta. That's an extra 20%. Remember, what's the contact rate for direct mail? 2% on. It's 2 to 3% on my ROS postcard. The average one is 0.07 to 1%. So think of that for a second.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
30x better than direct mail. So the average wholesaler that sends direct mail to that address, you get a 30 times better result.
Right.
So keep it up, man. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right, keep me updated.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Boom. Next here we got Deb.
How's it going, Zach?
Good. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I've been out here. I'm good at researching and driving for dollars and finding the properties. My main issue I have is getting on the phone. I don't know why. It's just difficult for me to get on the phone. I have my little speech down pack. I get in front of the mirror, but I don't know. It's analysis paralysis. It's just that fear of getting on the phone with the sellers.
Okay. What market are you in?
I'm in Tennessee,
Okay. And we're in Tennessee.
Memphis.
Okay. So your biggest issue is just taking the action, talking to sellers. Like, what's the one? Let's pinpoint one thing.
Okay, this talking to the sellers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to go after it, right?
Okay,
There's
yes.
one I could just scream at you, say, talk to sellers. Ah, that's probably not going to help, right?
Right.
That's probably going to make you more scared. Is it fear? Is it nervousness? Is it the uncertainty of what's going to happen talking to the seller? Like, what's the one thing? It's different for everyone.
It's the fear. I'm ready. I've been looking at this for like 2 years. It's just analysis paralysis. I can do the research as I said, but getting on the phone, I don't know. I just can't do that. And I've tried dialing some numbers I did get from Best Lead, and no one answered. And then the few that I did get, there was a lot of no's. And it's just like, I guess I need to become more comfortable, because with anything, you have to do it a lot, and I know that. But it's like, I don't know why the nerves churn. It's like doing anything new until you get used to it. The nerves churn.
Okay. So it's Deb, right?
Yes, Deb.
So you're talking to me right now. Are you nervous talking to me?
No.
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 Because the worst thing I'm going to say is you're a poopy head. It's probably the worst thing I could tell you if I'm angry, right? Like, I'm not going to be mean. Like, that's not who I am, right? So you already know what the worst case scenario is. And the best case scenario is I give you some advice, right?
Yes.
There's no like uneasiness. There's not like, what is he going to do, right? He's going to go crazy, right?
Right.
You have to put that thought process. I can't tell you how your brain's working, but like I use that for cold calling. What's the worst that person's going to say? They might curse at me, right?
Yes.
Click. It said something mean to me.
Right.
People have been saying mean things to me all my life. So I was pretty much indoctrinated playing video game, Call of Duty, basically since third grade, everyone being in the chats. So there's nothing those group chats on Xbox Live in fourth grade could ever tell me that's worse than anyone on Cold Caller. Okay. But really, you got to look at it from a different way. So do you have any kids? Are you married? Anything like that?
No, I have 13 nieces and nephews, but I don't have any kids. No.
Okay. So can't use that analogy to a point, but like you just got to do it. That's the only way I could tell you. So if you have analysis paralysis, the easiest thing to do is just make a goal and increase the goal. Best way to get started.
Okay.
So if you can do a goal, that's big, but on this weekend or on tomorrow or today, if you can make a commitment to call 5 for sale by owners, actually contacts, like they say hello,
Okay.
and just ask them a little about the property you might be looking to sell. You're just looking for information. You're not negotiating, none of that. You're just going to call the for sale by owners in Shelby County, I think, and
Yes.
just ask them a little bit about it. We're not even going to like negotiate, nothing crazy.
Okay.
The worst thing they're going to say is, "Hi, what do you want? What do you want?" And if they're giving you pressure, you don't have to deal with it. But just starting to have a conversation with those people
Okay.
might get you a little better.
Okay.
And we start doing 6, then 7, then we start trying to negotiate. That would be my best advice for you. It just you
Okay.
don't do everything all at once. It's going to scare you like crazy, and it's going to it's going to be bad. You know, not everyone's Jamie who's negotiating starting out going crazy, right? So I would just make a very small goal and just get better every single time. That's it. Get 1% better at talking to sellers every single day, and you'll be blown away by the results in a year.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. And I have like 2 other questions. One is I have gone to our county courthouse, to pull the probates. I've gone down there 4 times now. I think they're tired of seeing me. And they just said, hey, we don't give out that information, and things like that. And so they said, people's personal information is on there. And so how do you, communicate with them that is not, like aggressive or, they are getting frustrated with you? Because I know it'd be 3 times. I've gone down there 3 times and I've come back empty-handed.
For the code violation list?
Now, code violation, that's what I done. I can get the code violations list, but that's online. You see, I can get to that online. And I also know some people that worked in code violations. And so I'm just waiting to, get my spiel up and I can have them drive for me, give me houses while they're, driving the city looking for violations.
Okay. How about we do this? How about I try to find the probates right now?
Okay.
And then you try to have a conversation with me as if I'm a seller. And it'll be a good trade.
Okay. Awesome.
Sound like a good trade to me?
Yes, it does.
All right,
now I just feel nervous, but yes, it does sound like a great.
I'm getting nervous because I'm this. You're not going to be talking to Zach anymore. You could be talking to mean John over here, right? Or you could be talking to nice Zach. You don't know who you're talking with, so
Okay.
All right, you got to deal with the situation.
All
right. Cold call me. Let's get it going.
All right. The phone rings. I'm gonna say, hi. Is this Zach?
Yes, this is him.
I'm calling to see, are you the owner of the house at 2030 Linden Avenue?
Possibly.
Okay, possibly.
Who's this?
My name is Ann. I tell it Ann sometimes. Sometimes I say Deb. Ann's my middle name, so yeah, Deb. Yeah. So,
Okay,
Deb.
who is this?
This is Deb.
Okay.
And I was calling to see if you were interested in selling the property on Linden Avenue.
Possibly. Are you looking to buy it?
Yes. I'm interested in purchasing the property.
Why do you want to buy the house?
It's in a great neighborhood, great schools, and
Okay.
I've driven by it.
House?
Am I going to live in it? I'm uncertain. I could live in it, or we could rehab it to rent it out.
Okay.
And so I would just like to ask you a little bit about the property. Can you tell me, does it need a lot of repair? Like the roof, and things like that.
So it's just a rental property I have tenants in it. And I might want to sell it if the price is right for it. I'm getting rent on it, but obviously I might just want to get another place instead. So it's all up in the air.
Okay, so what are you looking, if you were going to sell it, what are you looking to get for the property?
You're going to have to give me a number.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen the inside of the property or around back. And so with you being the owner, the shape of what shape the property is in. Because I know if I was to ask you, say, hey, I can give you $5,000 for it, I'm quite sure you would hang up on me, correct?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't sell it for $5,000.
Okay. But if I was to offer you $500,000, I'm quite sure you would say yes.
Yeah, I'd probably take that. Yeah. Let's
Okay,
write the
so-
paperwork.
okay, yeah. So if you know you want to accept, 5,000, but you will accept 500,000, you must have a number in mind. What do what would that number be? You
You're
can
gonna
give
have
me
to
a
give me an
range.
offer.
Oh,
You're gonna have to give me an offer.
okay. Okay. So the I don't know. I could say, okay, in that neighborhood, the properties are around 150. If it needs work, I can offer around what's 70,000 for it.
70,000?
Correct.
No, that's way too low.
Okay, so if 70,000 is way too low, you must have a price in mind. Tell me what your price is, and we can work from there.
I'd probably be closer to 200,000 on the property.
Closer to 200,000.
Yeah. Shelby County Tribune said Memphis is the new Paris.
Correct, but yes, it would be, but that seems quite high for the area. I would say, oh God, I just got stumped. I forgot what I was going to say. So if they're way out of line like that, they want way more than the property. How would you come back?
Come back from what?
I mean, how would I come back if they're like so far? Like you said, I'm looking at 200,000
Back where?
to the price. How could I how could I do a rebuttal?
We're still in this call, Deb.
Oh,
You gotta get through it. There's no getting out of it.
okay, okay,
I want
so you-
200,000 for the house, Deb.
okay. All right. So tell me. All right. So $200,000, that may be workable. Is it house up to 2022 standards? Is everything remodeled?
I haven't been in the house in years. I just collect the rent.
And you just collect the rent? Okay. So why don't we do this? Can I make an appointment to come out and see the property, and we can go from there?
Maybe. I probably not.
Probably not. That is I would be coming off of large amount of money, for this property, and so to buy it sight unseen, would you buy a property or anything sight unseen?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, yes. So you can understand why I would like to, take a look at the property and see if it's worth that value that you're asking.
Sure. I mean, I would want you to be serious about a reasonable price on the property if you're going to go see it, though. I'm not going to sell it for $70,000.
Okay, that's totally understandable. Do you have time today to, like in the next 45 minutes, I can come out and take a look at the property?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know yet. I got to see.
Okay, let's do this. What about we can do it around this time tomorrow, and that way you can, let your tenants aware that, hey, you're just gonna have, someone take a look at the property, like an insurance person or a repair person, take a look at the property.
Yeah, I'll call my tenants and see. I got to call them up and see what they're going to do with it, or if they're okay with me going buy it.
Okay, great. So is it okay if I give you a call back tomorrow around 2 p.m. to see
Sure.
if they're okay with it?
Sure.
All right. Okay, Zach, look for a call from me tomorrow around 2 p.m. And I look forward to speaking with you.
Awesome. Have a great one.
You have a great one as well.
All right. Dad, that was way too long.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
5-minute conversation for me.
Okay.
So that's fine.
Okay.
You did okay there. Like, you just got to keep going. Like, there's no getting out of the conversation, unfortunately. There's no you just got to get through it, right?
All right.
There's some things I would have changed obviously on it, but you're starting out. So just you're getting better and better and better at it, right? This was a seller that I asked you why, if you're going to live in it. Very unconventional way I asked, but the only reason I asked is because you said it was a nice neighborhood. That's why you want to buy it.
Correct.
You never gave me a real reason why you're looking to buy the house.
Okay.
If you're looking because you like the schools, I'm assuming you want to live in the house.
Okay.
So I don't know who you are or what you want to do with the house.
Okay.
So that gives me uneasy because I don't know what you want to do with my property.
Okay. Okay. So I
Right?
need to be more precise.
Well, it's a pretty simple question. Like, why are you looking to buy the house? And if you don't know there, if you are going to fumble on like that answer, you're not going to sound confident. And unfortunately, a seller's going to pick that up.
Okay.
So you have to have a confident answer on that. You know,
Okay. So what would you say on that? That's
ask me.
okay. Okay. So why are you interested in purchasing this property?
Well, I do want to look at the house. So me and my partner, we look to buy properties, usually cash. Sometimes we renovate the property, sometimes we rent it out. It really depends, but this is an area that we like dealing with properties like this, either for renting out or flipping.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
That's it.
Okay. Got it. All right. My last questions. I found a few burnouts.
Deb, we're not getting out of this one. Hold on.
Oh, okay. So we're not done. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. You need to be more to the point sometimes with the seller.
Okay.
No big deal, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that you need to start working on is the confidence when you're answering the question.
Okay.
It's more the tonality than the actual answer. Because you did really good with the information of saying, hey, would you actually like you wouldn't buy a car without test driving it, right? Like you said the good information that I can't buy it sight unseen. But what you have to do is just say it in a more confident manner, like more
Okay.
direct.
Okay.
That's it. Like you're getting better at it. That's not bad, but you just got to keep practicing. You just start refining it a little more. That's it.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. I just wanted to say it in a nice way because you don't want to offend or piss off the sellers and things like that. And so okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
All right.
All right. The one thing, how do you find the people of burnout properties? The address is listed, the same as the, property address, as a mailing address, and the phone numbers are not there. It's disconnected.
Fire damaged houses.
Yeah, I saw two. I found no, actually four.
Okay. Try if I get their numbers.
Yes, I've looked up, True People Search for the
Yeah.
number, and I'm not coming up with anything. It's just like disconnected. The number is no longer in service, and one is just a busy.
I would call the relatives and I would see if the owner of that property has a mailing address and then try to call a number associated with the mailing address on the property.
Okay, you say contact the relatives.
Relatives, and also see if there's a mailing address on that property.
Yeah, the mailing address is the same as a property address and things like that.
I would also message the seller on Facebook.
Okay. Now, all right, now that's enough. How do you find them on Facebook? I put in the names.
Search their name.
Yes.
Lives in this city. Boom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I searched one with a kind of different name, Higginbog. It didn't come up. So I'll keep working at it. I'll contact the relatives and things like that. But I wanted to tell you, I did get a few responses from like that text. Hey, I have a quick question about the house. Is this, Zach? And I got quite a few people that did not respond, but I did get like 5 or 6 that did respond, And so thank you for that one.
Of course.
And so I have been trying to email you guys, and I thought about it today. I said, I bet he gets 1,000 emails, he and his dad. And I want to thank you for this, because I get
1,000 emails. That's why I asked you to go on here so you can talk to me. So like I'm like focused, right?
Right.
I have too much stuff going on outside this. So I dedicate 2 hours. I'm like, all right, 2 hours. Let's bang it out, help the people out.
All right. I want to tell you that I have, saw some of the gurus, but lately I have been talking about you and your dad, and I've been blocked from all of them.
You don't have to block them. They're already blocking me.
No, they
so
blocked
there's no
me.
point in you blocking them.
No, they blocked me because I said, hey, you guys don't have to pay for this information.
Oh, don't do that. Guys, FYI,
Uh-huh.
if you mention my name with any guru place, they're just going to block you.
Yeah.
So if you want to get blocked, sure. But I don't recommend you guys do that. because you're gonna get blocked by saying, I'm sorry, Deb, for that, but like if you
No,
mention
no.
my name, I'm just gonna be blocked. They're gonna block you.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I just said.
So,
Wow. So
FYI, I
no.
appreciate it, but I just there's nothing to gain from that. It's a dying industry for them, and let
Well,
them
you know,
they're
I
selling the
definitely try to
sunset. Let them do it.
keep people from, spending that money because I have thought about it. I've been laid off. And so I said, hey, I don't want to be work for anyone else again. And so I just I got to do what you said to start off with a small amount. The text messages did help. I did get to talk to a few people, but the property is just sold and things like that.
Yeah.
They didn't respond back. And so I'm going to do that, set out, and also to find out the burnouts. And I'm going to let you get to the next caller, and I'll continue to watch. I thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Deb. Come on next week and we'll do another role play.
Awesome. Thank you.
So how many people this week are you talking to?
This week, I'm going to try to do 5 a day. So I got
5. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do 5 a day. I'm going to,
That-
you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to talk to, I want to put my goal at 30, talking
Okay.
to them, not just dialing the number, because I was counting that, but that doesn't count. But I want to talk to 30 sellers. And I'm going to do what you said on Zillow, because their number is there for the for sale by owners to kind of get my confidence up.
Okay. What I can tell you too is I can tell if you talk to Ford or not by next week. So
Okay.
you do it or not, I can tell. So we're gonna see.
Okay. Awesome. All right. I'll be on next week and I'll let you know my progress. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Have a great one.
You do as well. Bye.
Bye. Perfect. All right. Next here we got Hovey. Jovi.
What's going on, big man?
What's up, man? I saw you got your second deal.
I'm working on one now. It's a creative deal though, and I'm still fresh on. So I'll take it you quite experienced with the creative side, right?
Yeah. Depends on the type of creative deal, but subject to lease option, seller finance, pretty much, yeah.
So I think this would shit. Okay, so here's the details on it. If you don't mind going through it with me.
Drive safe, man.
So the deal is one lot with 2 properties on it. And the seller, the owner, he's renting both of the properties out right now. Because of how it's structured on paper, the land or whatever, if he sell one house, he has to sell the other. So it's basically like a 2-for-1 unpermitted deal. It sounds like it's that the smaller house is an unpermitted bill, but he's renting them both of them out right now. So he won't. I got him to agree to 105 on the owner financing. He has a $58,000 HELOC on it.
Okay.
So
wait. So what's the purchase price?
105.
105.
Yeah, the ARV on it, I came up with like 110, maybe 120 top.
Ooh. Okay.
So
what are repairs?
So of course it work as a wholesale deal. Down there work as a fix and flip. So it only left with the buy and hold. The repairs on it, I came up. Gave me and little Google pictures and stuff. I did I came up with like 30,000. You put up 30,000 for both, not for each. And that's just like a little basic rehab, just some carpet and paint basically. Maybe something on some painting the exterior, painting the interior. Maybe 15,000 each, 30,000 total. So that's the ARV, the purchase price, the repair cost. He has agreed to 5% down, 5% interest.
Bro. Okay. How long?
Right. Working. I'm trying on your turn. I got him to agree to 5% down, 5% interest, and 10 years. The HELOC he got on it is for $58,000, and that's on a 15-year term. So I told him what we can do is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What I told him is what we can do is we can take over the HELOC payment at $470 a month, and he'll finance the remaining. What's that? What I come up with? 47,000. So with the 5% interest, is the interest attached to the purchase price or the 47,000 that'll be left over after the lien?
All right. Well, you're cutting in and out, so I'm just trying to figure this out.
I'm sorry.
What are the terms? What are the terms on that 48,000? What are the terms on that 47,000? You said 5% down, 5% interest. How long though?
10 years.
10 years. Oh my Lord, bro.
How much are those renting out for? I'm sorry.
How much are they renting out for?
He didn't give me that. The tenants, as far as the tenants go, he suggests that you put them out, that they be put out because they're not paying. So we're looking at an eviction, and I figure I'll add that whole eviction process. I'll calculate it into the repair cost. So like 30,000, maybe to get them out, a few hundred. I forgot how I calculated, but the total cost of entry I came up with was 45,000. That'll be the cost of entry. It'll take care of the $30,000 rehab, the closing costs, and the 5% down.
How much is the HELOC per month? All right, so he's cutting out here. So I'm gonna wait for him to get a better reception. So, hello? All right, I'm gonna hop him off, and then his thing's cutting in and out. Here we go. All right, is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. How much is the HELOC payment? I cut out. All right, so I'll break down this deal really quick. So, he's taking over a HELOC at 58,000. Then he has this 47,000 remaining balance. I'm doing stupid math. I'm not like, I need the address and everything to really figure everything out. But I can assume here that he's probably at 442. 609 is going to be the real cost if you put in taxes and everything on this. Hello?
No. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's the HELOC payment?
470.
420?
470.
470. So if it's going to cost you 602,
I'm sorry.
you're fine. So that means it's like $1,000. Let's say $1,100. Being conservative here. You're going to have to figure out how much both of those properties are going to rent for each month. All right, you're going to say he's just cutting out. All right, he's cutting in and out. So it looks like here, doing really mental math, he's going to be at $1,100 a month for the payment here. So what you have to figure out here is if it's worth it or not to rent this thing out, and would it cash flow. there's a lot of places you can do at 10 years. I would honestly keep that deal. Because I can assume, I'm trying to do some math in my head here. Most likely, I mean, I can assume he's getting, I mean, if it's that, maybe 750 a month, 1500 coming in, and then you get the equity in. If you can rent both of them for 750 a month, you make 1500, you're making 400 a month, and then you're paying down principal, and that gives you some good room. This is for just Jovi watching because he's coming in and out. So I'll give him my honest advice. You're most likely at about $1,100. So let's do this really quick. I know this isn't right, but let's just add in the 58 on top of this just so you can understand this. 105. Yeah, I know. Of course, it's the terms are a little different, but like, even if he's doing this, so that monthly payment's actually lower. So you call it 4 because he has that HELOC on there, and it's a 15-year AM. I get it. So let's say he's at $1,100 a month, right? Or let's say it's this after repairs, insurance, renovations, all like it's going to cost a little more than $1,100 most likely. If he can rent it out for $1,700, he's making $500 a month. Those numbers work really well because you're only $5K into it, and if you can make $5K a year, that's 100% ROI. Obviously, you can wholesale this deal, but dude, this is a great creative finance deal. Now, if you want to learn more about creative financing, all you got to do is hop on a discovery call with me. And for $10,000, I can bring you to my, I'm not going to break that down. You can join my group of my tribe members, and we can talk about creative finance while paying me thousands of dollars. And we go on a payment plan for $15,000. No, okay, we're not doing that. This is a good creative deal. I'd say if you can net $400 or $500 a month, that seems like a really good ROI on such a little down payment. That would be my advice on there. Obviously, I like talking about wholesaling, but of course, I'm a creative finance dude. Also, I love creative finance deals. That is a killer one. I personally would just give them the $5,000 and keep that deal. Those are great terms. Depends on what you do with the HELOC there. But yeah, I love it. I would not lease option. So I'm getting some questions. I would not lease. That's a good cash flow deal. That's a really good. I'd keep it myself. At that point. So, whoa, Leonardo.
Hello.
Are you in a shower?
Can you hear me? No, I'm working. I'm at work. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Where do you work?
Sorry, I'm a framer, construction.
Okay. What's up, man? What's your question?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Make sure you're
up?
safe, dude.
Yeah, I'm safe. I'm over here in the shed now. What's it called? I had a few questions because I'm all new to this. And my first question was like, how is the process gonna be? Because I found some owners that want to sell, right? And we've been talking, and I want to get them under contract, and then, I have some cash buyers that I got a list from Fiber, and I called some of them, and some were cash buyers, so I'm sending them addresses to see how much they're willing to pay for them, right?
Why?
And then I'm gonna go, so then I can go to the owners and then give them that or lower.
You're gonna lose your deals, Matt, bro.
Think so?
I've never told anyone to do any of that stuff.
I just thought it was a little reverse. I don't know where I heard it. I heard it somewhere where you contact your cash buyer first.
No,
ask them how
you've heard
much
of it, but it's a trusted cash buyer. You can get your deal stolen, man. Be careful.
Right.
Also, Fiverr skip tracing is terrible, man.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It gives me a bunch of lists, but they're not accurate.
I've never told anyone to do that.
Yeah, that was just me on my own.
Okay.
And
what's your question?
Well,
How can I help you out?
I have, I was wondering, once I get them under contract and go to the title company, what would I encounter there? Some questions to be aware, be prepared.
Yeah, I would go to freewholesaling.com. I break down the top 6 or 7 questions you got to ask the title company. They're all written down, ready to go for you there.
To ask them, like, to see if they're friendly.
Leonardo, I would go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there, man.
For sure, yeah.
I'll go through the course and then come back and I'd love to answer your questions.
All right, for sure. Sounds
All right,
good.
have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right, just trying to be respectful for the people that have questions that have gone through the course already. So Lance.
Hey Zach, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. But I wanted to ask you about code violations because I'm having trouble pulling the list here in my market.
All right. How can I help you out?
So how would I go about pulling them in the first place? Because I did go to the clerk of courts in my county and they made me file a right to know in order to pull the code violations, but they only do it for like specific properties.
What county?
The Lehigh County.
Lehigh County,
And
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
You got to go to code enforcement.
Code enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've tried to call them as well, and they told me that I also need to file a right to know, and I've tried to do that, and they just tell me that that I'm only able to do it for specific properties.
Okay, then you're gonna have to do a FOIA then.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Have you gone in person and tried to be nice?
Yeah, I have.
All right, you're just gonna have to do a FOIA request, unfortunately. Some places are like that.
Okay. And as for probates, what website do you use to skip trace them, like the relatives?
So there's multiple ones out here. If you DM me, I can tell you.
All right,
Some of
perfect.
I'm not the best fans of, but you're gonna have to use them.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it, Lance.
No problem.
All right, Andy.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you, man?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm blessed.
Really glad to hear that. So I just had a few questions. I've done about 13 deals just this year, and then I did about 26 last year.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm trying to switch it up, maybe go to fix and flip. I mean, the current market's not really that great. That's what I wanted to ask you, like, how are you dealing with, like, inflation, dealing with hedge funds, your marketing platforms and all that stuff?
I'm wholesaling.
Right, but as far as marketing and all that.
Reverse drawing for dollars, government lists. Same old, same old. I mean, the stuff that works, stuff I tell you is stuff I do.
Gotcha.
So it works.
And then
I keep
also
it simple. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I had a question as far as, so this is what I had. I had a couple cold callers. Do you have like specific places you go and get them, or do you even have cold callers?
I have cold callers, yes.
Okay. And then, so yeah, because the situation I'm in right now is just that, there's no deals flowing through right now. And then I have 2 locked in. But a lot of these cash buyers are not buying anywhere near retail. So then should I submit that for you as a JV?
Well, we can't JV a deal that's on retail. What county are you in?
This one specifically is the city's in Mableton. It's off market.
Naples?
Mableton, Georgia.
Where's that? Mableton, Georgia. What's the ARV?
ARV in the area is almost, I think, 360. I have it under contract for, let me look here. I think it's 265. I need some rehab.
A buyer would want to pay 83% of ARV minus repairs.
Okay.
So that's usually the percentage they're willing to pay.
Okay. And at that number, am I good?
Well, that's going to be your MAO, so you got to be under that.
Under what my number is right now?
What do you have it locked up for 260?
Yeah, 265.
All right, well, we can do the math. What's the ARV on the property?
ARV is
truthfully,
let me see here. 1 second.
So I'm saying that to a point because I'm just waiting on this. The reason
Right.
is that no one's willing to pay retail.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
a percentage off. So what's the ARV?
ARV, it says here, looking at comps, there's one that sold down the street for 265, but that was last year.
I'm talking about the ARV for that property.
Got you. I would say around 290 the ARV.
290?
Yeah, 290.
And what are the repairs that needs on the property?
I would say like a full update. I would say 20, 30K.
All right, 30 multiplied by 83%. You're at 215, 216 on an MAO.
Okay. So I got to be at 216 to even make it work.
Most likely.
Okay, makes sense. And then as far as everything else goes, I wanted to ask you, so I do a lot of hedge funds, and then I have a few like trusted cash buyers. Are you still working with hedge funds at the moment, or they're kind of just dead at the moment?
We're working with hedge funds. Certain ones are dead, but that's why I have multiple ones.
Okay, so you're still having, they're still buying.
Depends on the area. Like Mableton, Georgia. I'm guessing not. Like they're wanting cities like Tampa. This is Cobb County. They might just do Fulton, but they might be able to do Cobb County. I know some are doing Marietta still, so I definitely have to look at that.
Yeah, because I got a few that they just told me straight up. I think a couple of weeks ago they were like, "Hey, we're done. We're out for the year." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay."
Get another one then.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other cash buyers, I mean, they're just fixing flippers, so, and their max is like around 250, I think. That's their max.
Well, then change accordingly.
Okay.
You're selling contracts, right?
Yeah, we're still getting them in. It's just, getting, because a lot of people are just asking for like basically retail. A lot of them used to be small deals, 7, 4, 5, 6K. The biggest deals I've had was mostly with cash buyers. I think the biggest one I had was in Douglasville. It was about 60K, closed in 3 weeks.
Okay. Was this recent?
Yeah, it was last month.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just wanted to ask that and, see if they were still buying all that stuff. I guess I just got to keep looking then.
Cash buyers are always going to be buying.
Right. Okay.
But you can't expect for them to buy retail when the price of real estate is not at retail.
Exactly.
As it was before. So that's really it. Like you're still making the same amount, most likely in assignments. You just have to get a less purchase price, and cash buyer buys it for less. Same amount in between. So whatever discount the cash buyer is wanting, you should easily get that with the seller. So it's a win-win.
Got you. Okay.
And it's even easier your cash offer because the interest rates doesn't matter when you're buying it for cash.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, sounds good, Zach. Well, that's all I wanted to ask.
All right. Appreciate it, Andy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Perfect. All righty. So let me get some questions here. How can I successfully virtually wholesale while I'm in Africa and doing deals in the USA? I'm currently struggling Google Voice. I would probably get a VPN. There's a couple of free VPNs on here that you can use the Google Voice on. Yeah, Rosa, you got to just hop on the one-on-one there. There you are. You're back on.
I apologize, man. It's so embarrassing.
You're in that area. You're fine.
Fucking Verizon.
Yeah, I did the math, bro. You're roughly going to be $1,100, $1,200 a month. So you got to figure out how much you can get in rent on the property.
Yeah, according to, I pulled it up on Renometer, and Renometer is saying that the 2-1 can go for up to $1,200 a month. The 1-1 can go up to $800 a month. So that's like 12 grand there, $2,000 there.
Let's say it's $2,000 a month. Let's say it's $2,000 a month, being very conservative, because you never know.
Right.
If there's not much renovations, that looks really good, man.
Yeah, I did a real cookie cutter, like going something based off of your repair chart you pulled up earlier.
Yeah.
So I just a little cookie cutter estimated. Like I said, I came up with around 30K.
Woo.
So you dump 15, put 15 in both properties. You know what I'm saying?
That's when it gets dicey. That's always the problem with these,
Yeah.
So either you sell it, you lease option it, you put the money in yourself, you get a partner. There's a lot of ways to sell these kind of deals. You kind of have to decide which way you want to lean towards it. So you go for the cash
My
now,
thing,
get the cash flow.
yeah, that's what I was just wanting to structure the deal, get it structured, and sell it off, sell the contract.
That's easy, man. Lock it
Yeah.
up, and then find a buyer. You should probably make 5 to 10K on that all day.
So okay, that's another thing I was wondering. Like, well, shit, how much would a deal like this be worth? I did a cash on cash, and with those numbers, it was like a 14% cash on cash.
That's way more than that, man. What are you talking about?
More than that.
Yeah. Hold on. If you're gonna make $2,500 a month, which you said 3, so 2,500 times 12, and if you're all in,
No, not 2,500. Let's be extremely mild. Let's just say of both properties, you pull in 1,500 a month, like
right.
eight off the 2-bedroom and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So 750, 750,
or 8 and 4. You think
so how much for
like
both
that?
of them per month?
800 for the 2-bedroom, and let's say 800, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That'd be 17. That is not how I did my number.
No,
so renting me to say 1,200 for the 2-bedroom, 800 for the 1-bedroom. That'll be two grand a month. Yeah.
Let's say it's 1,800. All right, let's do 1,800. Actually, let's do $2,000. I think you could probably get two. $2,000 times 12 is $2,400, and then if you're all in at $3,500, that's 68%. Now, obviously, there's vacancy. You got to manage it right. There's cost. That's like 50%, I would say. 50, 40% cash on cash.
Yeah, I took in account. I knocked 3 months off, for vacancies or whatever after the eviction.
Yeah, like 30-40%, and it's like, yeah, it's over 20. It's over 30% if you add in your fee. It's a good deal. You could sell it for 5 to 10. It's not like a wholesaling deal. You're probably going to make 5
definitely not.
Hey, if you could sell it for 50K, do it. Prove me wrong. I'd be happy with you, but I'm guessing 5 to 10. There's buyers out there everywhere.
Right. So so they'll be inheriting the lien, the 58,000. That's 470 going to him. It'll be 4 and some change going to the seller.
4,500. No, right? Or 5,250. Right? That's the down payment, right?
Yeah.
Probably 5,250.
Yeah, 5,250 will be. Well, wouldn't the seller get a monthly payment also on his on the 47,000?
Yep.
So that'd be the 470 going to him on a 10-year term. I think I got it. 470 going to Wells Fargo, 415 going to the seller. So that's like 880 something a month.
You do like $1,100 for both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Either way, it's just based off these schematics, it seemed like a deal.
It seems like a deal to me, man.
True. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm trying. I just found out about this. This creative thing. The more I got on my tool belt, the more deals we're gonna close.
Dude, I'm telling you, North Carolina's got so many creative deals. It's crazy.
Man, I am stoked that you remember me, boss. I ain't even gonna front.
You were all flexed up like this the other time you posted, so I remember you.
Yeah.
I remember your first deal, man. I know this one guy, this fella in Fayetteville. He was 2 years ago. He's just wholesaling subject to deals like crazy all day. All day.
And
like,
man,
this is crazy, man.
And it seems easier in a way than your typical wholesale deal.
Yeah, wholesale deal's easier. I won't go that far, but the creative stuff's good, man. North Carolina is probably the best one I've seen. People are more willing to do that in that state than anywhere else. So it's good.
I definitely consider myself blessed because that was my I was trying to implement that and just start, putting together these creative deals and here you go. Yeah, I got 14% cash on cash. Well, give me 10,000.
Perfect.
Oh, another question, because my seller is mentioning the thing with the lien. He says that the property, I know the lien will stay in his name, but he says that the property will have to stay in his name also until the lien is taken care of. Is that true?
How much is the lien?
$58K.
Oh, for the HELOC.
Yeah.
You can change the deed, but it depends on I gotta look at the HELOC.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on the HELOC. You're gonna have to figure it out because sometimes you can keep the debt in his name and keep transfer the property over if you pay for it.
Right.
That depends on you gotta look at the HELOC and ask him.
Okay. So yeah, that's some of the paperwork I'm waiting on him to email me. And ironically, guess where this guy's living at?
Where?
Port St. Lucie, Florida.
It all happens for a reason, brother.
I say, oh yeah, I definitely got to reach out to Zach on this one.
Dude, go get this deal, man. I'm telling you, it's good.
True. I appreciate that.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Keep me updated. Awesome.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one. Man, everything happens for a reason, guys. Love it. So, guys, got any value from this video? Smash the like button and subscribe, guys. Remember, a lot of your questions, guys, asked me are already answered at freewholesaling.com. So, if I didn't answer your question, 90% chance it can be answered at freewholesaling.com. So, guys, I really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe, and see you soon.